Just made it out here. About to set up some targets. We got to set it up at 100 yards so we can get some good shots off. Alright, I never showed you how to use this rangefinder. If you don't know what it is, it's called a rangefinder. And it's so you can range different things so you can see how far stuff is away. And like we want to sight your AR in at 100 yards. So the best place I can see to put your target is out there on that little berm where you can see that little pink bucket or whatever. And it's pretty close. Like, what do you see? All you do is,
I see it.
Yeah, you press it and then press it one more time to get the range. And what does it say? It should say a number and then a Y next to the side of it that's telling you yards.
91.5.
So 91.5. So we're probably going to end up sighting your rifle in at 91.5, which is 9 yards short of 100, but it should be fine. And you never sighted in a rifle before, which I'm sure a lot of people haven't. So we're going to start at like 50 or 25 yards. So like right here somewhere to try to get some shots on the target first. Because if we put it way out there and that sight isn't anywhere on, you're not going to be able to figure out where you're shooting. So we're going to start at like 25, get it on target then, and then we'll move it out to 50, get on target in, and then move it out to that berm, which is 91.245 yards. And we'll finish it there.
That's polished. You gotta pass level 4 to say where I sit. This ain't cocky, it just word from the wise. My words are like verbs, like an herb to get high. And my worth has been earned through the words I provide. So I serve like a church. This is gospel through lines. Amen. All hail Lord Ali.
You want to spread your legs wide as possible. Flatten your feet out like that. So you got a good solid base. If you can see your breathing is moving your optic like up and down.
I always stop when I shoot.
No, and you don't want to stop. You just want to like keep it on target, breathe normally, and whenever you're in the pause of that inhale and exhale, that's when you take your shot. Take 3 slow, steady shots. Like 3 shots aimed at the center. That's what you want. You know what I mean?
It doesn't matter if I go fast or slow.
Yeah, it matters if you go fast. How are you gonna take 3 perfectly aimed shots fast?
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
No, you want like 1. Okay, then after that one, let it get back center. 2. Let it get back center. Breathe right. 3. And then that's it.
1.
No, just don't count down. Just take your shots when you feel good on the target.
1, 2,
Don't count. Whenever you on target, take the shot.
It's okay to have my hands in there.
If it's on target, you just want to take 3 steady shots. But don't count down. Take just when you on target, take the shot.
Riding the wave, I deserve all of the praise. I deserve all of the praise. I deserve all of the praise. I didn't work for it. Your team full of yes men, all that faking and flexing. So you say you bring the pressure. Watch my depressing. You know I'm cold dope with the flow spitter.
All right, so we had an issue with that. That's an EOTech 512. We had an issue when she took 2 shots. The holographic sight cut off. And then after I took it apart and looked at it, I noticed that it had battery acid that leaked inside, which is one reason why I don't use alkaline batteries in my electronics. I always use lithium because that can happen. So what I think happened was the previous person who had it had an alkaline battery inside that leaked acid, which caused it to actually mess up this lithium battery. And yeah, so luckily we have another EOTech 512 on my AR, and we just swapped the battery packs out. The only part that was damaged was the actual battery pack. And we'll clean it out later with some vinegar, and that should take care of it. So we just walked out to the target, and our 2 shots were a really tight group, like right here, about 2 inches low and right. And I was explaining to her that she's aiming for center, and that is a brand new optic on that rifle. So it's not her that's aiming off, it's actually the optic. So the optic is aiming here, but the barrel is still facing this direction. So when we're sighting it in, what we want to do is take the optic and line it up to where the barrel is facing slowly. So that's what we're going to try to adjust for. We still haven't taken a third shot, but we're going to try to adjust this optic closer to where this barrel is aiming. And that's the whole point of sighting in every time you get something new put on your rifle. All right, so let's take your third shot. Can you see that? What it says? What it say? Down, and it shows an arrow pointing this way, clockwise. And you see another one, it says what?
Right.
And it's pointing clockwise. So typically, every click is 1/4 inch movement at 100 yards. Every click is 1/4 of an inch, right? But it changes with the distance, because just like if you're looking at a map or something and you see like this distance, but then you zoom out on the map and then this same distance is now much larger, you know? So it's like that. So it's like, so since we actually shooting closer than 100 yards, it's gonna be much less distance. So, but think of it like this. So if one click is 1/4 inch at 100 yards, then at 200 yards, one click is 1/2 inch. And then at 300 yards, one click would be 3/4 of an inch. At 400 yards, one click would be 1 inch. So, but we dialing it down the opposite way. So it's hard to do the math at 30 yards. But we're gonna say, we'll go off of 25 yards. So since that's 1/4 the distance of 100 yards, how it works, which is probably a lot for somebody who's trying to learn this. But so if we want to say we're 2 inches low and 2 inches right, so we need to move it. Typically, if that was 100 yards, you would move 4 clicks for every inch. So we'd move 8 clicks to the left and then 8 clicks up, since we're 2 low and 2 right. But since we're going to say we're at 25 yards, because technically we're at 30, but we could do the math for 25. So we need to do 4 times as many clicks at 100 yards. So instead of 4 clicks, we're gonna do 16. It'll be 4 times 4. It's for every inch. So we need to do 32 clicks to the left and 32 clicks up. All right, so let's try that. So this is how we do it. So every square right here is a square inch. So you can tell from this line, that would be an inch, you see, and then that would be another inch. So you're exactly 2 inches low, and you're actually only 1 inch right. So we need to do 16 clicks up and then 8 left, and we should be way closer to center. Right is going to control left to right, right? So you need to go left. So you need to go opposite of what yep. So you need to go 8 left. And you'll hear the click. That was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. And now we need to go 16 up. And you see the arrow is clockwise, so you need to go counterclockwise. 16 clicks.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 8, 10.
Okay, perfect. And as long as, let me see if on mine it tells you. No, I don't tell you. Usually you'll see it somewhere. Like it'll tell you 1/4 click MOA. Each click is a 1/4 MOA, which is 1 inch at 100 yards. But it don't tell you on these, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. That's the most common. So just off of that, and as long as our math is correct and everything, and you shoot the same, you should hit center. Like you should be really close to center, taking 3 more shots just off of that. So do it again, same exact thing. Take 3 more shots and we'll see how close we are to center.
Being broke is its equal. Thoughts upon cheddar, getting cheese is too lethal. Hard to stand straight when these devils are beneath you. These demons are the reason that my thoughts dark. Every day I embark on dreams that seem too far. I never reach them, I never reach them. Chick told me just stop rapping, you never reach it. Negative thoughts are the things that I'm accustomed to, and positivity ain't something I'm trying to hustle to. Get drunk and play Madden all day, reminisce on the time we were macking the hard way. I ain't never really seen success. Every job turning me down, you ain't feeling my stress. You ain't feeling my pain, you ain't feeling my shame. Tell them that I'm a rapper, they never hearing my name. I think about quitting every week. How I be a rapper and can't buy my own beats. I'm tired of this life, I'm tired of this life. Think about selling good and just dropping this mic. I got a list full of problems, and I think I got a way that I'ma solve them. Get a revolver, get on my knees and pray. The only option is to rob this bank.
Man, we tryna get money out here. Man, we tryna get money out here. Yeah, man, we tryna get money out here. Man, we tryna get money out here. Yeah, man, we tryna get money out here. Man, we tryna get money out here.
We took our target from 30 yards to 100, and we couldn't hit the target, so we brought it back down. Now we at 60 yards, and we just took 3 shots, and we're realizing all 3 were really high. They were 4 inches high. So at 100, we must have been missing the target completely, just high. So now we're trying to adjust to get it down back to the center at 60 yards, and then we'll try moving it back out to 100, and hopefully we can hit them then. So we just finished shooting 3 more at 60 yards, and then after our adjustments were way low, so then I Googled what are the adjustments for that specific optic, and I was thinking it was 1/4 inch MOA adjustments, but it's actually a 1/2 inch. So we're doubling up every time. So now we should be able to get our range much better by doing the correct math and not doubling up every time. And yeah, most times they're written on the optic. I don't know if they were, and they got, wiped off over time because it's just painted on there, most of the stuff. Or if they were never on there. But yep, that was my mistake, bad math, due to not knowing what the actual clicks were for that optic.
First rap I ever heard was Tupac. Told myself, man, I'ma be the new Pac. Jay-Z too, did I fella mention that all my rap idols my competition? I looked at them as guys and goals I couldn't reach. Big brother was a rapper, said that's gonna be me. So I trained like Muhammad Ali in his prime around the age of 10. I wrote my first rhyme, I ain't tell nobody. I was way too quiet, way too quiet. Cause my mom was a teacher and how that looked, knowing my pops was a deacon. They can't have no rappers, they child. Mind so confused, painted up with a smile. So I
tried to sight it in at 100, but we're losing all our light, and we only could get it accurate at 60. So it's gonna be accurate at 60 for today. So we out.